Hey YouTube, how are you? So we've got another job to do today. Got some brush cutting and a little bit of land clearing work to get done. You can see old Rojo there in the background, and Roberto Gatto there, and we've already got the excavator down here. Been doing a little bit. We just got a little bit of this corner left to do, and got to take out this sycamore, and we're going to put a little bit of a grade on this corner so that the property owner can come around and like maybe pull a camper down in here. And if you've ever pulled a camper, you know that you don't want your tongue dragging and all that. So we're going to redo this grade here a little bit. You can see where we've been working here. I think y'all can see that. Hope you can. Did some brush cutting over here. Not basically just heavy duty mowing. That's another thing we do. But cleared this little field out for him so he can, if he wanted to pull down in here and turn a camper around, he could. But got this, going to make this corner nice and round, so whenever it comes back up the hill there by the bucket, it's not such an abrupt angle, and smooth that out and pack this down good and get rid of this one more tree. I hope to get you some, I don't know if we'll get in-cab footage, probably not, but we'll get some, maybe I'll fly the drone up and let it watch and observe. And y'all can, if y'all do any armchair quarterbacking, you can tell me everything I did wrong. I'm sure there'll be something. If not, just keep watching the channel and you'll see plenty that I do wrong. But man, thankful for this day. It's a gorgeous day, July the 3rd. It's about 80, I don't know, 85 or so. Going to get hot today. It's been real dry for the last couple weeks, so we griped all through the month of May about how wet it was, and then it turned off dry, and man, it has stayed dry. Want to shout out to Stowers Caterpillar for the baseball hats. They came by the other day and checked on the excavator and brought me some hats, and that was pretty cool. And I'm a little disappointed that none of you detail watchers have ever noticed that pin. Leave me a comment and I'll tell you what that little pin's about. I will happily tell you what that little pin's about. But that's it for right now, and we'll get back to work here, and I'm gonna break here in a minute and go get some lunch. But old Steven's been helping me this morning. He was running the Bobcat and getting this brush cut and stuff and getting this field trimmed up real nice. I mean, man, it looks great. Now it looks like a golf course compared to what it was. It was about knee high, but he's got that dressed up real nice and looking good. And I got some before shots of this corner here with the drone, and so we'll just keep you posted. Thanks. So my wife says, don't touch your face, don't chew chewing gum, and don't wear sunglasses in these videos. So don't tell her. Finally got that daggum sycamore tree down. Son, it was a bear. Good Lord. There were great big old rocks in here. And the roots had grown around these rocks. I'll show you here. Let me walk up here. The roots had grown around these rocks. You can see some of them there. And man, it was in there solid. But finally got it out and got it on the burn pile way back there in the back of the lot. Going to take these big rocks that you see in here. We'll take these big rocks and we'll line them on the perimeter over here. Just get them out of his way for the property owner so he can pull down in here. It doesn't do a whole lot of good for him to pay me to remove the trees if I leave the rocks, does it? Got two more little trees to take out. Got a little sycamore right here, and we got this little poplar here. I'll show you why we're taking it out. I like to explain why we're getting rid of trees, because man, people get tore up. You know, why are you taking down a tree? Well, let me show you. First of all, about 3 years ago, the property owner said something bumped into this, and you see it split right here. It will continue to split, and as wind hits it, it'll keep working it back and forth, and eventually it'll either fall over and take a bunch of other trees with it, or it'll fall and it'll destroy some of his property, some of his camper or stuff or whatever, and we don't want that. So we'll take this one out, leaving the rest of them. But again, that's why we take out these that are unhealthy, so that the healthy trees have an opportunity to grow and to thrive. We're doing pretty good so far. The corner that he wanted cleared, you can see there, I believe, it's pretty well cleared off. We're going to grade it and make that transition down in here. Take some dirt, some of this clay right here, that good orangey yellow clay, and feather it across and bring that slope on around excuse me, so that this is cleared up really, really nice, and make a really good transition from the upper part of the property down. But right now, I'm tell you what I'm going to do. I've got a Yeti cup full of ice water and this beautiful air-conditioned cab. I'm going to get in there and take a drink of ice water, and then I'm going to work on these trees a little bit more. And I will check back with you in a few minutes. So far, we're doing great. Happy with the progress, and I'll keep you posted. Good morning. Beautiful day. I mean, look around how pretty that sky is. This is July the 4th. Happy Independence Day. Happy put a whooping on England Day. Happy all them days. Getting ready to get started here and finish up this job. Doing some land clearing, and old Steven's back there in the back somewhere. There he is. He's back there running Roberto Gatto, doing a little more mowing and whatnot. And I've got the cat warming up and gonna get it greased up. Wanted to show y'all, a lot of times you'll see this and you wonder, why in the world do they do that? You see this, like you go by a construction site or something and you see buckets stacked up on top of buckets, and first one thing then another, and you're like, why in the world? That's courtesy and thanks to your local, what's the word, mathematician. Y'all, these buckets are heavy and they're expensive, and it ain't nothing for somebody to steal them. So that is a job site lock. Same as any other lock, except the key for this is a 6-ton excavator. And so you stack everything up and you pile stuff on it so nobody can steal your stuff. So we're going to get the excavator greased up and get rolling, and we'll check back in. I figured it's time for an update. Been here a couple hours this morning and got a little progress made. I'll show y'all. So we getting this entrance opened up and working through the rocks and the boulders and all that. Want to get it opened up, and then we'll start smoothing in this transition back and forth, coming around through here and making the curve into the bottom of the property. Steven's still up top. There's like 5 acres up there. He's got to get brush cut this morning, so he's still working on that. And so there's where we are. Catch you back up in a little bit. Let's go over here and take a look. Here's how you know. Here's how you know you're working in a lot of dust. Watch it. So let's take a walk and see how we're looking. So we've got a pretty smooth transition coming off of the upper property down. I wish there was a way to show y'all like slope, but you know, it is what it is. A lot of rock. I know I keep saying that, but I can't overstate it. The property owner came by earlier and he goes, man, there's a lot of rock in here, ain't there? And I go, yeah. And y'all see this 4-lane? When that was being built and they were blasting out these ridges, he said that apparently they took a lot of the rock and just brought it over here and dumped it for fill to build this up. So you got like 5 or 6 acres up here on a shelf built out of those kind of rocks right there that came from over here, that now I'm digging out and stacking up so we can make this transition from one side to the other. But it's getting there. Probably switch over to skid steer here in a few minutes and get this thing finished up and button it up and call it a day. All right, so we'll walk this and y'all can see what you think. I can track it down a little bit more tomorrow. I was really hoping that we'd get a little rain, sprinkle, or something, so that I could really pack this down. And I apologize. My wife told me that I shake too much, or that I've got to not move around quite so much. So, y'all, I'm trying real hard to walk real easy. But here's the finish. Y'all remember whenever we started, we had trees from here over to about right here, and a big old giant sycamore. Well, not a giant, but it was pretty big. So this is it. A lot of rock. I told y'all about where all this rock came from, and came from across the road over there. But I went down, I flew over it with the drone so you could see it, but there was a little clay, hump in the field down there, and I graded it off, and it made a lot of dirt. So what I did was I just brought that clay up here and tracked it in, and like I said, I was really hoping we'd get a little sprinkle of rain so that this clay would get a little bit damp. And it may still sprinkle tonight or something, but if the clay gets kind of damp, it'll really pack in good, and I can slick it up real nice, and it'll look real good for him. So we'll see what tonight holds, but otherwise tomorrow I'll just be taking equipment home. I'm gonna load them up this evening. I'm gonna wait for the property owner and make sure he doesn't have anything else he wants me to do while I got an excavator here. Skid steer stuff's finished some mowing, but other than that, this job's in the books.